good, chat? How's it going? I was distracted. I was texting Heath on Snapchat and didn't realize the timer had hit 0 for a couple of seconds. So here we are. What's good? We are at 19,500 encounters. What is up, guys? Drill text. That's right. I am going to be jumping into a Discord call. If you guys would like to join me, I will be in the beach. If you are a member. Yeah. We're going to get right into this thing. Hope you guys have had a fantastic day / night / whatever the heck it is. Don't know what time it is for you guys. But for me, it's 9:13 p.m. And we out here big chillin'. What is up, Heath? What is up, Bry? It appears you guys are the only ones in chat at the moment, but there are some lurkers, which is totally fine. I was also totally jamming to the music earlier during the intro, because the song that was playing during the intro was just like over and over again. I was just there jamming. I was trying to like kind of freestyle over it for a little bit. Appreciate Turtle. Thought I'd let you know. Well, I appreciate you, Bry. Just thought I would let you know. So, get good. Also, I'll zoom my camera in a little bit. I need to... There we go. I'm centered. Something must shine. Oh, yes. Michaela! Michaela, yeah, Michaela, yeah, Michaela. Oh, who goes there?
Got this on full.
Hold on. You like the new backrooms entity I sent you?
Beautiful.
Someone made that and sent that to me in the server. I don't know when that was. That was a long time ago. I just had it in my camera roll. Well, as of tomorrow at noon, I will have sold Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah.
What's up, Robbie? Michaela. Yeah, I'm hoping we at least phase tonight, finally, after years of looking.
Kayla and I are going to go on some adventures tonight.
No, you going on an adventure?
Go on some adventures, get some shinies.
Since I'm getting that cash tomorrow, I'm getting like $40 for it. It's brand new. It's like 50. I'm going over to the card shop because I have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some sleeves for one of my commander decks because I am out of sleeves and I just re-sleeved one. And then I'm gonna look for stuff for some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Whoa.
Yu-Gi-Whoa. There's some characters in that anime that make me go Yu-Gi-Whoa.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ooh-oh. Yu-Gi-Oh. How much? How about you chillin', bruh? Did you like that I called everyone in chat my, let me go back up and look. Friend Doodly Broski Jaegerman Jensen.
Broski.
Jaegerman Jensen. Friend Doodly Broski Jaegerman Jensen's.
Jaegerman Jensen.
He was number 1.
We are number 1.
Oh, actually, I need to check after stream what card shops are playing tomorrow. That way I know where I can go to go play some Yu-Gi-Oh! And possibly some Commander. I met these really cool guys at the card shop the other day when I was playing with my friend Jarrett. I know deep in my heart that I made this one guy salty. Like, really salty. Because the first commander deck I ever built, and the one I was playing, which is like my highest power deck currently, I made it strictly to be a douchebag. Like, it's not made to be friendly. It's not like this deck that you have to kill immediately, but if you don't kill it immediately, there could be problems. So, I essentially drew every card in my deck but 2. In doing so, every time I draw a card with that deck, I deal 1 damage to an opponent. So I killed my friend Jarrett and that guy. And then the other one that I killed, he was like, I just want to see how this plays out, because, like, I don't know how you're going to win this. Like, I mean, you went infinite and killed us, but that guy's still alive. So I had a card in my hand. I had just enough stuff to use it. The card does was shuffle your entire hand and graveyard back into your deck and draw 7 cards. So I did that. He lived. Went to his turn. He couldn't kill me. Went back to my turn. I just drew my entire deck again and killed him. And so he was like, man, that's crazy. I'm going to play this deck. I was like, yeah, I'll start teaching on Wednesday at the university. Heck yeah, man. So both decks I have, once the other one's complete, it's going to take a long time to complete the one I'm working on now. They're both not made to be fun. Because that one is made to kill everybody by drawing my whole deck and stopping people from playing stuff. The other one I'm making right now just slings out a bunch of big dragons and says, okay, hey, cool, you're dead. There is no grind game. There is no your turn. There is just my turn.
I'm very thankful our Sea of Thieves session went well today.
Oh, it went fantastic today, man. We grinded the Fort of the Dam, got a lot of cash, turned in those 2 Reaper's bounties, got a bunch of other loot from that one boat, and our battle for the Sea of Thieves. Still gotta knock out those tall tales at some point, but we'll get there.
Alright.
And then we gotta finish the fish.
And then the game.
And then once we finish fishing in the tall tales, then we can play Sea of Thieves. We can actually go do other
Sea of
things.
Thieves 2 releases.
Minecraft 2. Tetris 2.
Sea of Thieves 2.
Pong 2.
Then we play the sponsor of this video, Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. We're gonna get some sleep so I can lesson plan for us. You're good, bro. You do your thing. I appreciate you stopping by.
And we're gonna play Baldur's Gate 3.
So I don't know if Baldur's Gate is like its own thing, like its own game, or if that's part of Magic the Gathering. Because like, I know if it's its own thing, they did a crossover with it last year. Because there was a set called Battle for Baldur's Gate that came out last year. I'm assuming it's its own thing. Robbie says hi, Heath.
Hello, Robbie.
Also, I haven't started this music over since like 4 streams ago, because it's like 15 hours of music like this.
I was at work for like 10.5 hours on Saturday. And
Yeah.
I got to work and I started like a 600 song playlist. And I went to take the trash out at the end of the night and I came back in and I was like, this song is not on my playlist. And I went to clock out and literally that was my whole shift went through my whole 600 song playlist on Saturday. That was nuts.
I'm looking at a warehouse job that pays anywhere from $20 to $28 an hour. But just like every job before this one, I'm afraid they may reject my resume. Because
Well, it's
even
good that you got a couple years until you need to think about like insurances and stuff.
I have 1 year.
Oh yeah, I guess you have 1 year. 'Cause you
Less than a year. April. So, we're just going to see what happens. And go from there. I'm old. Remember, I'm 25. 25 going on 62.
Funnier than 25.
Can I offer you a nice egg?
37.
Trying time?
Zar. What Pokemon cry is that again? That's the Regirock, right? Zar.
Zaza Zariza.
Rather than or whatever he says. All I know is the Alright, Robbie, you have a good one. I don't think I have any water bottles in here. I take that back. I think I have one over there on the nightstand, but I'm not going all the way over there for like a fourth of a bottle of water. Yeah, it's not even full. I can hydrate after I hit 19.6.
That's some schmuck.
Where is my... Okay, it's over there. I was looking for where my Mario Maker 2 was. It's over there. Oh my god.
Good old days of rage.
Dude, I swear I don't know why whenever I start streaming I start yawning like crazy, but all...
Yeah, stream is breaking, I was gonna say.
There it goes. It is storming pretty bad here. Again. Get good. Sammy! Come join us in call, Sammy. Come hang out with Captain Black/Jagger. That's my One Piece D&D character's name. I can't talk. Now, why would you do that? Why would you restrict yourself? Man, what's up, Ash? Sammy, did you like my character profile? I know you said there was a couple things you had to edit, but like, did you like it? I was very proud of that story. Don't want to make... Wait, Mama, I got you. I was very proud of that story. I thought I made a whole original thing there. Well, I did make a whole original thing, but... You triggered some Gen 4 Pokemon events. Heck yeah. Cannot be level 1. What does level 1 with hockey mean? Level 1. Wait, hold on. Let me read my guy. Did I like put something super overpowered in there? Was there a hockey section? Did I miss something? I must have typed something on there, I guess. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, we'll fix it for sure. Because like I don't want to break the rules of the thingamabobber. So we will fix it. I didn't know there were levels to hockey. Yeah, because, like, I didn't want my guy to be overpowered, Sammy. Like, the only hockey I really wanted him to be skilled in was, like, observation hockey. But not, like, you know, as well as, like, people, like, in the show. Like, maybe a little bit of armament hockey. Like, maybe, you know? But nothing, like, too crazy. Like, I don't want him to be, like, an expert in all of it, you know?
Is that the sport where they shoot the puck through the goalpost?
Can't start with devil fruits. Okay, got you. That makes sense. Yeah, because my guy is a swordsman, I want him to at least have some observation hockey if possible. Or, like, maybe he's, like, just figuring it out in the campaign. That could be cool, but, like, he could, like, learn how to use it as the campaign goes if he lives. I don't know. You will have to tell me what I can and can't do. That way I can adjust it. And I will change my guy. But, backstory-wise, I love his story. I'll make sure I remove the devil fruit portion. And fix the hockey thing, like you said. You'll roll my stats. Bet. So basically, none of us in the campaign start with devil fruits, right? Okay, cool. Am I able to keep the guy being a swordsman? Like, I can choose he's a swordsman, right? Okay, you're in a league game. Bet. I almost just soft reset this, Aron. I don't know why.
Maybe the shrine is waiting for your quality to be better.
It's calling, waiting for me to what?
Your quality to be better.
Maybe.
Got him.
I did just soft reset that, Aron. I don't know why I just did that. Dude, I swear I've gotten so used to doing Zapdos. Yeah, I really hope I can find some nice sleeves tomorrow, because, like, the two on my decks right now are, like, brush art. So, I remade the original deck for Magic I had and upgraded it a little bit. And it's, like, a very light dragon deck. Like, there's other stuff in there, but it's a couple dragons. And the commander's a dragon. So, crap, there goes my camera. The sleeve for that deck is like a dragon egg with this red dragon coming out of it. Here, I'll show it on the stream. I've got it right here. It's better than just trying to explain it. So this, if you can see it, Heath, is the sleeve I'm talking about.
It's gonna pop up in a second.
It's like a little egg with a little red dragon coming out of it. There's some mountains in the background. Really cool. Then, for the big dragon deck, let me roll my chair back. I like this one even better, to be honest. This one is like all about slinging out big dragons. It's like this Chinese water dragon. If you can, if it'll focus, there it goes.
There it goes.
Huh. There's like a boat down there in the bottom right. I don't know if you can see it. Like right there. There's a boat with some people on it, and they're like paddling. I thought that was cool. So I'm hoping the ones I find tomorrow for my other deck, I can find some cool brush art stuff and not just like solid red or solid blue or something, you know? I love the brush art Dragon Shield sleeves, though. There was one they did last year, and also a playmat, too. I never got to buy the playmat or the sleeves, but I really wanted to buy the playmat. It was a Santa Claus thing, right? And he's like coming down out of the sky on his sleigh of reindeer, and the reindeer look all like they're more zombified, I guess. And he's got like this sword made of candy cane, and he's like coming down, like about to slash it down on whatever's below him. And like that's the whole playmat. Like he's just like swooping down. I thought it was so cool. Yo, what's up, Shasta? Let me see if I can find it now. Hold on. We got time. We got time. Help if I could spell Santa Claus right. Gotcha, Sammy. Gotcha. Yeah, I can't find it, apparently. But whenever I do, I'll send it to you. It's really cool. So, Sammy, I have a question for you then. Because it is relevant to my guy's backstory. Okay. So I said in the description that my dude grew up on an island that was run over. Like, it's completely run by thieves and stuff. And they killed his parents. And his dad passed down these 2 special swords to him. Am I allowed to keep the 2 special swords? They themselves have no powers. It's not like, you know, Enma from that Zuko uses. Not Zuko. Zoro. I don't know why I said Zuko. Zoro uses in Wano. Does it have like some like, you know, crazy absorption thing? They're just... I want to say they are swords of high grade. Not necessarily of, like... Yeah, I want them to, like... Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, because I don't want my guy to be, like, super busted out the gate, you know? I want them to be, like, on par with the great grade swords. Like, the ones that, like, Zoro uses and people like that. But I don't want them to, like, you know, to be... This is the famous sword, you know? I want when a character comes across, I'm like, wait, what the heck are those? Or what, like, who the heck are you? Like, I want him to be...
What the heck is even that?
Yeah, like, I want him to be kind of a mystery somewhat. But they are... At least what I want them to be. I want them to be very, very great swords. If possible. If not, I understand. The only reason I ask is because what I have in mind, at least for my dude, the 2 swords specifically given to him have to do with the black slash attack that he uses. Okay, cool. That works for me. That works for me. I'm also excited because I have 12 days until the Stone Mountain Regional for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Let's go.
I'm excited to see what the vendors have. The regional's on the 26th, and YouTube pays me on the 23rd. So, like, you can see where that's going. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. Man, I'm craving some water, but at the same time, I'm kind of craving some juice. I'm gonna see if I have any, like, fruit juice or something in the fridge. I don't think I have any apple juice, but I may have some grape juice. Sammy! Are you here, Sammy? Sammy? Juice. Are you excited for the campaign, Sammy? I feel like that's a dumb question, but like, are you excited? I'm excited. I'm a sucker for juice, man. I love juice. I'd drink Capri Sun if I had some. Those things slap. I don't care what anybody says. That is not just a kid drink. Capri Sun slaps. Oh, you know what I haven't had since I was like 7 or 6?
Fruit roll up.
Not that. Did you ever have bug juice?
Oh my god, bug juice.
You remember that?
Oh my god.
I'm very excited. I don't even know what I got planned. Wait, you don't even know what I got planned. Okay, but like, so I know that you're like the DM, like the dungeon master, but you're like obviously the world guide for this game. Do you also have a character? Like, you're also participating, right? Like, you're like guiding us through the campaign, but you're also playing too, I assume, right? Do the DM. Okay, but are you also playing? Nope. But you might find me as a oh, I expected you to play. Oh well, that's fine. Maybe we'll form the Rotisserie Chicken Pirate Alliance. You know, maybe our guys will. They'll start a thing. You know, who knows? The RC Pirate Alliance. Rotisserie Chicken. Sammy! I have another question. Shami. Maidenless. No maidens? Really? No maidens. Okay, Sammy, my other question is, when I start playing this game with you, will it have any spoilers for me for the manga / anime? Because, like, I'm almost at episode 1000. I'm at, like, 989. I just don't know if there's going to be any spoilers in the game, or since it's a separate universe, it's, like, all our own story, right? Or will there be spoilers? I don't know. Okay, no spoilers. Fantastic. Fantastic. You can set sail for the Grand Line. Jake! Sammy, if it's okay, I have another question. Can Jake join us on this? My friend Jake has just gotten into One Piece, the card game, and the anime. He's grinding. He's in the middle of Impel Down right now. He would absolutely love this. I can send him an invite to the group chat if you allow me. He would absolutely love this. Chuck an invite. Bet. Jake, if you're possibly able to join me in VC, come on in here and I'll explain what's happening. To see if you would be interested. I read your thing. It saw Eustace Kid, and I started reading your sentence like mid sentence.
When you are Eustace.
Hold please. Okay. Okay. Can you be Boodle? Who's Boodle? Now you've been infected by the music of Boodle. Jakethy, come forth and I shall explain. The mayor of Orangetown? Oh, I got you. Wait, Jake might not be able to see this. Hold on. Okay, Jake. I don't know if you can see the voice chat I'm in my server. So if you go to Chill Hangout voice channel, I'll drag you in. I'm in a private VC at the moment. Wait, can you join that?
Tom.
Oh, that's Tom. Hello, Tom.
Timothy. And Matt.
Hello, Tom.
But mostly he.
Okay, go to Chill Hangout VC, like the general one in my server, and I'll drag you in. Or literally any of the voice channels, and I'll drag you in. Doesn't matter which one. Hello?
There we go.
You're muted? Sadu. Hello. So, what I was possibly inviting you to, if you'd be interested, is my friend Sammy has started a D&D session that's going to be in the One Piece universe. And we all make our own characters. She edits the story that we write. Like, there's like a create your player type thing. she will edit it and roll the stats of the player, make sure nothing's like overpowered, nothing's broken. And then when we all have our characters, we're gonna have a session one day, and I'll just like play through this world. If you'd be interested in One Piece D&D, I can send you an invite.
What limits do I have?
That would be completely up to Sammy. Sammy is our DM world guide. She's not actually playing the game herself.
Okay.
But basically, you type the story you want, and then she'll say, "Hey, this can't be there. This can't be there. This is fine. I gotta like debeef this guy a little bit. He's too powerful." And she'll adjust everything.
Yeah, go ahead. Send me an invite.
We haven't done a session yet.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Just send me an invite.
Yeah. Like, if you look in the create your player, once you do mine, once you do yours, you'll see mine in there. You'll see some other guys in there. And basically everything in there is being edited by Sammy. So nothing in there is set in stone.
Okay, cool. All right, then.
You been watching One Piece today?
A little bit. I just got home from work. I'm gonna hop in the shower and then teach Jarrett how to play the card game.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I have not seen the latest episode.
I'm still on watching dubs, so I'm on 989. I'm waiting for them to release more. I know they just dubbed episode 1000, but Funimation and Crunchyroll do not have any of the dubbed episodes up to there.
I'll hop back in a second.
Alright.
Have you tried getting good?
I'm not. Welcome back, Ash. Yeah, like there was an announcement or something on Twitter that said like Crunchyroll has just dubbed episode 1000 of One Piece. Watch it now, and like you go on Crunchyroll and they don't even have up to 1000 dubbed. It just makes no sense. 10 likes, let's go. But the internet is not watching. It's not for watching One Piece. It's for watching porn.
That is true.
Me all night, up honking me horn. Making your stats now. Okay, cool. Trekkie.
Sorry, Gate Monster.
Me so sorry, Gate Monster.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh? You have no idea. Already, normal people?
Ready!
I love that song so much. I'm glad that I saw you listening to that to rediscover my love for that song.
It is such a good song, though.
It's very catchy, too. My favorite, well, the Ready Normal People is my favorite, but the second favorite part of that song is when Kate stops the whole thing. She's like, you view and trade stocks online. That's right. Or that's correct. You buy things on Amazon.com, yes. And you keep selling your possessions on eBay. Yes, I do. And you sent me that sweet birthday card. Yeah. That's true, Kate. But what do you think they do after? Yeah.
Ew.
I love that so much. I think the first song by them I ever heard was If You Were Gay. You really gotta check out more Avenue Q songs, Heath. They have a lot of stuff.
Yes, you do.
A couple of weeks ago, I had watched a live performance of the Internet is for Porn song, and whenever Kate said to Trekkie, normal people do not sit at home and watch porn on the internet, he and the actors kind of like turned to the audience and then pointed at this guy in the front row. He's just like, you, that's you right there. And he had Trekkie get like really close to this guy's face. And then he stood back up real quick. He's like, oh, you have no idea. So what you been up to, Tom?
I've been working on a project to, like, you've seen the Kaizo Ironmon shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been making a difficulty mod for Fire Red.
Ooh.
Basically, like Kaizo, but different.
That's cool, though.
Tomzo.
Tomzo.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
He's gonna make you play it, man.
I mean, I wouldn't be
He
opposed.
can't even win a normal sleepwalk. How's he gonna?
Hey, I've won about half mine. I just typically fail more often than win, but I eventually win. I don't care what anybody says. That last platinum sleepwalk, chef's kiss. Fantastic. I almost got bodied at the end, but I made it through.
I found me mom.
That's right. It was close. I'm gonna make a clip of that fight eventually when I get to editing it. And right when I get down to one Pokemon left, I'm gonna include a Filthy Frank clip of him dressed as Mario, where he's like, "Ooh, Luigi, I think this is the end."
So true, Michaela.
It's very true. I love how when I went into Tommy's stream and was talking about this shiny hunt with Aron specifically, how I was at like 19,000. He was like, "Oh, well, like at least you phased a couple of times, you know, by now. Like you've gotten a shiny or two." I'm like, "Oh, that's the funny thing. I haven't. I don't." And he was so surprised. He's like, "Wait, for real? Are you serious?"
Yeah, like you haven't even gotten an off shiny.
Yeah. And if I do, it's going right here below the counter. I'm gonna have a thing that says phases. But I have had no reason to add that to the layout because I haven't phased.
Matt, did I tell you Horsey Games finally got a shaman last week?
Oh, finally?
Yeah.
So I guess now we're gonna see if I surpass Horsey Games in encounters. How many encounters was it?
22 something.
Well, I'm not that far off.
He's doing Hercule starters now. 23,543.
Okay. 23,543?
Yeah. And now he's doing the starters and Hercule Silver.
I'm a little under 3,000 encounters from that. So I might just pass him in encounters. But I'm only going to count that if by then I haven't even phased yet or got Aron. Like if I had not got a single shiny by then, I'll say, "Oh, I've got it worse." But if I at least phase by then, I'll be like, okay. I'm hoping that's tonight.
Give me a poison Pokemon from Gen 1 through 3. Preferably fully evolved.
Fully evolved.
Which was that?
Swalot. Swalot these nuts.
Swalot it is.
Swalot these nuts. It's not much to choose from. Is there Swalot, Weezing, Muck, or Arbok? Or some Vipers. Vipers.
But you could have gone with Crobat.
Ooh, Crobat.
From now on,
That is true. Incredible.
from now on, when I get Crobats, I'm just gonna nickname them Crowbar.
I almost said Wooper, and then I was like, nope, that's Pele and Wooper.
There's a meme I have somewhere on my phone where it's just a screenshot of Wooper using Mega Punch, and like it kind of zooms in slightly on Whooper. It was like it was at this point that Whooper realized he had no fists, and then it zooms in really close while the Mega Punch animation's going on. I was like, so he became the fist.
I'm very happy about the recent Lapras love at Worlds. Pay attention to the Worlds.
Wait, what happened at Worlds?
I guess the guy that won Unite, they interviewed him and they asked him to like do a speech, and all he said was Lapras. That's all he said. Was Lapras.
I mean, that's fair.
That must have been who he was playing in
Lapras.
Unite that carried him to the Worlds win.
Obama.
It's just been a big meme. Just Lapras.
Hey, if you guys see Jake pop in any of those voice channels, will you drag him in for me? Because I have a counter pulled up.
If I see him.
Yes, if he comes back.
If I don't lose power by then, because it is storming pretty hard outside. Like, this might just cut out midstream.
I might jinx it. I said something to you earlier about that.
So it's all your fault.
It's actually funny now that you say that, Heath, though, because it wasn't storming at all today until it turned nighttime. And until it wasn't even storming during our Sea of Thieves session earlier.
I was like, oh, I can't wait for tonight for Union stream. Hopefully there's no storms or internet issues.
It literally only started
Wow,
storming
it's
like
pretty
15 minutes before my stream started.
Haley made it funny. I agree.
Kayla kinda funny. That's a big cookie. Peep DMs. Bet.
He's got Sammy and his DMs. Sure.
Awesome, Sammy. Okay, so. Thank you, Dark Litton, by the way. Also, welcome to the stream. Sammy, what are the abilities limited to? Because I don't want to put anything too, like, overpowered, you know. Also, should I delete my create your players thingy? One more encounter, I can go get water and hydrate or juice if I find juice. Okay. Can I DM you things, Sammy? And then, like, you tell me what needs to change? Okay, cool. I will DM you after the stream. Okay, guys, I will now be right back to see what refreshments I can find. I leave you guys in charge of the stream.
That was a mistake.
I know. That's why I did it.
Valid. So apparently Swalot can learn.
Okay, I am back. I've got to undeafen in Discord. I'm back. So the reason I took so long to explain is I was looking for juice. Couldn't find juice. Then I was about to go in there and get a water, and then I realized in the fridge I got sharp cheddar cheese. So I got some cheese, I got some milk.
And I was looking for water, and I couldn't find any water.
I couldn't find any water.
So instead, I found cheese.
You can't ever say no to cheese.
I live in a Wisconsin, buddy. We're known for cheese.
Wisconsin.
We have some Wisconsin cheese.
I'm afraid of what that cheese might be. Oh man, now you know what I wish I could go for? Some mozzarella cheese sticks.
Can have cheese without cheeseburger.
There is cheese and cheeseburger. Tom, I gotta send you a video now that we're talking about that.
Oh god. That sounds troubling.
If you sweat in a sweater, does that make you...
Oh my god. Not this again. Let me message Tom. It's not letting me message you. There it goes.
Matt, just slide into my DMs, please.
Watch that video at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, right now. I mean, yeah.
It's true. There's lie and belief. There's end and friend. There's cheese and cheeseburger.
It's true though. There is.
Oh god, you know what that made me think of? I wonder what a vegan cheeseburger would look like. Because, like, they would have to have meat substitutes. They obviously wouldn't have dairy, so I don't know what they'd do for the cheese.
Can't spell vegan without meat.
Also, while I was in the living room / kitchen, I looked to the window, and the window was just white for a second, and then the thunder came. It was daytime for a second in my living room.
Oh my god, Matt, did I show you the new form of Raikou?
You have not, but I've seen it online.
Have you seen it? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
What the
I know
fuck
too.
is this, man?
I just want to know what the heck Pokemon is doing to Pokemon.
Dino-Coup, bro. They're making legendary beasts into legendary dinosaurs.
That just sounds like an STD. I'm sorry, you've contracted Dino-Coup.
Dino-Coup. No, he's called Raging or something.
You'll lose the ability for function of your genitalia within 2 years. I'm so sorry. We'll have to amputate. You'll never go to the bathroom without a catheter ever again. Because you have Dino-Coup.
Sudoku. Commit Sudoku.
Surprised they haven't made that into a Pokemon yet, Sudoku.
Sudoku Pokemon.
They'd call it something stupid too, like Sudoku-Ku. So, like, it's kind of copyright infringement, but not technically copyright infringement, because we added an extra ku at the end of it. What does Pokemon look like? Oh, it's a pad of paper.
No, they gave us Diplin instead, bro.
Yeah, I saw a short that Puffin just uploaded.
Or Archoluda. Eviolite Duraludon? Hello? Yes, Michaela? Hello? Yes.
Michaela?
She said Heath, question mark? Did you say something and I didn't answer you? I think so. What did I do?
Donkey.
Oh, she got.
That's a big cookie.
She got me good there. She had me worried for a second. I was like, oh god. She was just like, okay, Heath, guess what? That's a big cookie.
Why does Pokemon hate me so?
I stayed up all night waiting for the presents last Tuesday, like shiny hunting. And I was so desperate that I went and got my DS and opened Pokemon Sun and was doing the SOS method from Pokemon Sun to get a shiny Mudbray to cure my shiny needs. It was funny.
At least you're getting shinies.
Well, it's because I'm not a maniac and doing full odds hunts.
That's right.
The only
Back
full
in
odds
my
shinies I've
day,
got-
we had to work for shinies.
The only full odds shinies I've got was Lugia and Suicune and Soul Silver, and Dialga and BDSP. I think those are the only 3 I've ever done. And I've got a couple in X and Y. My first ever shinies ever were like just random encounters in X and Y.
And then just encounter 3 Terrakians.
I got a Golurk and Sword and Shield before I got Shiny Charm.
Back in my day, we had to cross a field of snow with spikes underneath it on 1 foot and a hand to get our shiny. We didn't have any shiny charms.
I think the Swords of Justice and stuff I'm doing are affected by the Shiny Charm. I think. Those 3 Terrakion. We don't talk about that. Not that bad. Does Bruno Mars is gay?
You ever seen the accidentally writing hit songs by Daniel Thrasher?
I love Daniel Thrasher.
I love I've been watching it for a long time, but I love the first episode of that where he accidentally writes Hotel California. And his teacher's like, don't, welcome to the LA bed and breakfast.
I love Daniel Thrasher.
Who goes there?
No.
Michaela?
Yo.
Hi, Michaela.
Yo.
Hello. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Michaela.
How you doing?
Oh, she's with that. How you doing?
How you doing?
You said, how you doing? How you doing? My name's Kayla. I'm spoon-fed shiny Pokemon. Just kidding.
I'm still waiting for some cards to come in the mail that I need for my regional.
Alright, man says. Bye.
Hey, you guys know how in SpongeBob Universe Barnacle is a curse word?
Oh,
Yeah.
What does that say about Barnacle Boy?
He's a fuckboy.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of SpongeBob, I actually never knew this, but the voice actor for SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, also voices Spyro in Spyro Enter the Dragonfly on the GameCube. And I never knew that as a kid, but I started playing it again the other day, just in my spare time, and I heard his voice, and I was like, wait a minute. I know that voice.
Love this from Spyro.
Wait a minute.
I still have to. I got really close to 100%ing that on Steam. The trilogy. Still have to do that at some point.
We still have to 100% Sea of Thieves at some point.
Yes. I think Spyro I'm really close. And then Slime Rancher, there's one achievement I'm away from 100%ing Slime Rancher.
Are there any achievements for Phasmophobia?
No, not yet.
Okay, I didn't
That's
think
why
so.
that's why I considered us playing Demonologist, because Demonologist at least has achievements, but
You ever play Fear Therapy?
I know that's one you talked about a lot.
I have it. It's very fun. Malwarebytes wants me to say 40% on back to school. No, thank you.
Using Geico could save 15% or more, right?
Oh, so since I'm selling Super Mario Maker 2 tomorrow, I'm gonna take the 40 bucks I'm getting, and 10 of it will go to sleeves, like I said, tomorrow. But I'm also gonna use the other 30 to finish the upgrades for one of my commander decks, because it's roughly $30-something to finish it. So
What kind of commander deck?
I'm rebuilding the original pre-con that I bought. It was the first one I ever owned. It was a Furkrog, the Cunning Instigator. So originally I was just gonna build it back to it card for card, but then I was like, you know what? I can probably keep it around the same power ceiling by taking out the cards that make no sense in it and replacing it with some that do. So it's a little bit stronger than it is right out the box, but not by much. Because if you're familiar with the Cunning Instigator precon, the whole point of it is to goad stuff. So all my opponents are going to be attacking each other and never me. But then I have cards in the precon that say, oh, when your opponent attacks you, do this. I'm like, well, they're not going to be attacking me. That makes no sense. So I took stuff out that says that and replaced it with more goading stuff. And then if I have any extra money left over after finishing that, which I might, I'm going to be buying some very, very pretty basic lands for my The Ur Dragon deck.
Then he's gonna buy one lottery ticket and win what?
Dude, if I did that, you'd have no idea how happy I'd be. I'd pay off all my student loans.
He'd retire from streaming.
I wouldn't retire from streaming, but I'd pay off all my
Never
student
stream
loans.
again.
No, if I won the lottery big time, like big, I would still stream. I would disable all memberships probably, because I'd be like, guys, save your money, please.
Look, guys, I don't have to point my camera at my Game Boy anymore. And people can't come in and go, why is this up like this?
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think that hasn't happened in a long time. There was for a while that happened.
Tom said, don't tell me what to do.
14 months of egg.
Become egg.
Somebody used to always say that. Become egg to.
Speaking of, Tom, are you familiar with a card called Nesting Dragon?
Say again?
Can I offer
Are you
a
familiar with a
nice
card
egg
in
this
Commander
fine
called
time?
Nesting Dragon?
That sounds familiar.
Okay, basically it's a very weak dragon that's very cheap to cast, and it
Landfall,
yeah.
Defender. When it dies, create a token. It's not bad.
I'm considering running it in the Dragon, but I can't justify replacing any dragon I already have in it with it. Because they're like 3 times better than Nesting Dragon. But I really want to.
I don't think it would be worth it, honestly.
See, that's what I think too.
Like, you can maybe side deck it and keep it as a switch in case something comes up where it's viable. But I don't think so.
Right. So if I'm talking about dragons that make other dragons, I run Ancient Gold Dragon. So like I don't really need Nesting Dragon per se.
I don't really play red decks.
Oh, the Dragon's 5 colors, so I play all 5 colors.
I know, but like
Yeah.
dragon is primarily red.
Yeah. That's why I really like the Ancient Dragons. Because all of them are different colors. So like Ancient Silver's blue, Ancient Copper's red, Ancient Gold is white, Ancient Brass, I think, is black. Or it's either bronze or brass is black. The other one's green.
Like I for the most part will play white or black.
I like white and black.
I've got 3 main decks that I use. I've got a white-black life drain vampire.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a white cat. My white cat deck is basically just stall until I decide I'm bored and I go for a sweep.
Gotcha.
Because I'll stall because it's a token building deck.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I'm bored, I send out 50 tokens and I just wipe.
Gotcha.
It's entertaining.
The only 3 I have... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And then the third deck I have, it's not as good, but given enough time, it can be brutal. It's a black rat deck.
Oh, I love rats.
I have the Marrow-Gnawer card,
Okay.
where you sacrifice 1 rat, and then you get X amount of rats that you have on the field. So it adds up very quickly. In like 3 turns, you can have like 20 additional rats on the field. All with Death Touch, all with Fear, all with whatever boosts I decide to give it.
Right. See, the only 3 decks I have are Niv Mizzet Perrin, and that one's like a power 9, like it's upgraded to the max. I'm building the Dragon because that one is just way too expensive and it's just going to take me a while to build it. And then once I finish upgrading this Precon, I'll have my lowest power ceiling deck being the Cunning Instigator. And I have that one specifically to play with friends who only have Precons or have like only slightly upgraded Precons. That way I don't like just overwhelm them with the Mizzet or the Dragon.
Why can't I think of what the Dragon is?
The Dragon is a 10/10 flyer that costs 9 mana. It's 4 generic, 5 of every color. It has Eminence, so whenever it's on the battlefield or just in the command zone, dragon spells cost 1 less to cast. Its on-field ability says whenever it attacks or another dragon attacks, you draw cards equal to the number of attacking dragons, then you put a permanent on the battlefield from your hand. Just any permanent. Yeah. So just for existing as the commander, my dragon spells are cheaper to cast by 1. But you know, almost never want to cast him, but if you do cast him and he stays and he attacks, he gets very dangerous. Because you're drawing probably on average like 5-6 cards just from him and the other dragons attacking. And then you can just take a permanent that like cost a lot or something and just put it on the battlefield. Some people will cheat him out with a dragon called Hellkite Courser. Because Courser says you can yeah.
I know him.
Yeah, you know what he is then. Yeah, some people cheat the commander out that way because even if someone removes the Ur-Dragon after it's been put on the battlefield by Hellkite Courser, it doesn't add command tax since I never actually casted the Ur-Dragon. Yeah, the Ur-Dragon deck I'm building after it's done is gonna be like $1,100. I'm like,
Jeez.
I'm $200 into it. It's by no means something that I'm trying to get done right now. It's just like every so often when I have some extra cash to spend, I'll throw it into it. So it's not going to be done for a long time.
Yeah, I thought spending like 200 on an Eldrazi commander deck was crazy.
Well, see, originally when I played Commander, I told myself I would only make one deck because I'm too invested in Yu-Gi-Oh, which I still am. I spend a lot of money on Yu-Gi-Oh. So I made an Mizzet Perrin, and I upgraded to the max, spending about $400, $500. And that was also overtime. It was not just in one drop. So once that was done, I was like, all right, I'm happy. I got my Commander deck. And then I really fell in love with Commander. So I started playing other decks. Yay! So originally, I wasn't even going to build the Ur-Dragon. What I was building was Tiamat. It was going to be like another $400 deck or so. But then once the Ur-Dragon got a reprint in Masters and some other cards got reprinted in Masters, I was like, you know what? I'm already spending a lot of money on Tiamat at this point. I might as well just pull the trigger and go for the Ur-Dragon after like a year or so. I'm basically going to have to play with proxies until finally I replace all the proxies.
Yes,
That's what I did at first.
The only reason the Ur-Dragon is so expensive, though, is because of the lands. Like, the lands by themselves are like $400-something. Because you're playing a bunch of the triomes, you're playing a lot of the biomes, you're playing a lot of fetch lands, you're playing some shock lands. And then after that, the creatures are the expensive things, because it's like another $400-ish for creatures, because basically every dragon in that deck is $20 or more. And there's 30 of them. There are a couple dragons in there that are cheap, though. Like, I play Dragon Lord Silumgar. I think he's like $1, $2 maybe. It's just, there's no room for error with that deck. Like, I tried it with proxies, like, written on a piece of paper, and I put them in the card sleeve against one of my friends, and he was playing Maelstrom Wanderer. Like, an upgraded Maelstrom Wanderer, so it's disgusting. I completely overwhelmed him in a 1v1. Like, that deck is so much faster than the Tiamat deck I was making. It is ridiculous how much it ramps. I think by like turn 3 or 4, I had like 6 or 7 mana that I could tap.
Damn.
Yeah, not all that was land per se, but I had like 4 or 5 lands. I think I had 4 lands. It ramps quickly, though. The problem is, as fast as it ramps, though, all the dragons still cost like 6, 7, 8 mana. But the Ur-Dragon does make them cheaper. There's artifacts in there that make them cheaper. I run Dragon Speaker Shaman, so he makes things 2 generic cheaper.
And, like, there's also the part of possibly screwing you over with the Ur-Dragon being a 5-color deck.
Right. All 5-color decks are just naturally slow, and you may not ramp fast enough to survive the game. Which is why I'm running a lot of low-cost enchantments and sorceries and things like that. And a couple of low-cost creatures, but not very many. That way, once I have enough mana to actually start playing dragons, I get myself to a board wipe and just reset the whole board essentially, and then start playing dragons. Because I also run protection spells like Heroic Intervention, Teferi's Protection, Momentary Blink, things like that, to make sure I at least survive until I can play something. But how you doing, Uni? Oh, and if I play an artifact deck, it's over. Because I play Hellkite Tyrant, so I can just attack into them and then just steal every artifact they have permanently. And then with Hellkite Tyrant says at my upkeep, if I control 20 or more artifacts, I win the game. And it's funny because I also have a lot of token or treasure token generators which count as artifacts.
You would.
I would. There's like 6 win cons in that deck. But only Hellkite Tyrant is the immediate I win con. But he's going to be the one that probably is used the least. I don't even know if I'll ever get that to resolve. Because I feel like with a dragon like that, when it says, hey, I can win the game, people are going to target it.
I mean, do you blame them?
Not at all. The dragons I'm more concerned with are like Terror of the Peaks, Balefire Dragon, all of my ancient dragons, Goldspan Dragon to double my treasure token value. Things like that. I'm more concerned with them. Or Scourge of Valkis. I love Scourge of Valkis, and he's so cheap. He's literally a second copy of Dragon Tempest, which is like the best card in the deck. And then, because of Scourge of Valkis and Dragon Tempest, people tell me not to run this creature, but I can't help but love it, so I want to run it, and it combos well with them. It's Dragon Broodmother. Very common dragon. A lot of people know what it does. But it just gets me more dragons, which helps with Scourge of Valkis and Dragon Tempest. Oh, I also run Belladros Witherbloom just to untap all of my lands once per turn, because it's funny.
Haha, funny.
It's very funny. I was running a white spell called Angelic Chorus, but I decided to stop running it because it costs 5 mana to cast it, and I would rather have used cheaper spells. But Angelic Chorus gives me life equal to the power of a creature that enters, which can be fantastic in Dragons, but I wasn't running Soul Ring, so I replaced it with Soul Ring. The reason I wasn't running Soul Ring is because with how the deck runs and reduces the generic cost of dragons, it's very rare that like by turn 5 or turn 6 that I'm actually paying generic mana for a dragon. So Soul Ring was kind of useless in that sense. But I thought about it more, and I was like, well, I don't really need the life gain. That's just an extra thing. And I could use the generic mana on enchantments or sorceries, or my planeswalkers. So I put it back in for that.
Okay.
Because originally it made sense. I saw someone who plays the Ur Dragons make a hot take of Soul Ring is useless in Ur Dragon, which I did side with for a while. I was like, yeah, that makes sense to me. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I need to get these enchantments out and stuff. I need to get these board wipes going, and I'd rather not use my colored mana to do that when I need the colored mana for the dragons. Oh, speaking of, I found a very, 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 very funny board wipe that's expensive. Not cost-wise, but like mana cost-wise. It's called Ruinous Ultimatum. Do you know what it does?
Ruinous Ultimatum. That sounds familiar.
So it's like, I think it's 2 black, 3 white, and 2 red, I think. And it just says destroy all non-land permanents you don't control.
Yeah, I know it.
7 mana, but so worth it, especially late in the game.
It's literally just a board wipe.
Yeah, it's a one-sided board wipe. It's around the same as Cyclonic Rift, especially since when you overload Cyclonic Rift, it costs 7 mana. I think it's 6 generic and 1 blue. But the difference being that Ruinous Ultimatum destroys them, while Cyclonic Rift just bounces them to hand. I run a couple of board wipes. So I have Cyclonic Rift in there. I have Ruinous Ultimatum. I run Crux of Fate because that's a one-sided board wipe for creatures, because I'll just destroy all non-dragons. And then one of my 2 planeswalkers, Savitri Dragon Master, if it gets to loyalty counter 7, it has a -7 ability to destroy all non-dragons.
I like Ugin.
I love Ugin, and I thought about putting him in there, but I already run 2. So I have Savitri Dragon Master, and then the other one is, I'm looking for him right here, Sarkhan Unbroken. The reason I run both of them is because Savitri is Savitri's +2, or no, +1, I mean, is basically propaganda on legs. And then it has a board wipe for the -7. It also has a tutor for -3, but I don't really like using the tutor unless I have to. Sarkhan, though, has just got a bunch of stuff on him. He's got draw, he's got tutor, he's got destruction. And then I also run Nico Bolas the Ravager, who transforms into a Nico Bolas Planeswalker, which can just win the game, essentially. Because Nico Bolas the Ravager, I think, has a -11 or a -12 that says exile every card in target player's library except the bottom one. So they get 2 turns.
What?
Yeah. Here,
What is that?
I'll read you what he does.
Please do.
I've got time, so I'll read you the whole card. So his initial drop, like coming in as a creature, is he costs 1 less because of the Dragon. So his 1 generic is just out the window. He costs blue, black, red. He has flying. He's a 4/4. When he enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. So already he's pretty good. If you pay 4 generic, a blue, a black, and a red, you exile Nico Bolas the Ravager, then return him to the battlefield transformed under his owner's control, and he transforms into Nico Bolas the Arisen. He comes in at loyalty counter 7. His +2 is draw 2 cards. Already great. -3, he deals 10 damage to target creature or planeswalker, so he can nuke something. -4, put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, so I can revive my own stuff or my opponent's in my field. And then -12, exile all but the bottom card of target player's library. Which is actually that's actually funny though, because there are some cards in the game that say if you go to draw a card in your library but you can't, you win the game. So technically, since it says target player, you could choose yourself if you have the card you need to win the game. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to run something like Laboratory Maniac or anything like that would require me to do so, because I think it would just be a stupid idea when I could just say, hey, you have 1 card in your library now to somebody. Because when you think about it, if it's the person that goes after me and I do that to them, they draw their card. Now they have no cards in their library. Once I go back to my turn, if all I do is just pass, the person next to me loses. Because when they try to draw something and they don't, they lose the game. The problem is, Nico Bolas the Arisen is never going to get to 12, because the second that thing hits the board, people are going to try to kill it.
for exactly that reason.
Yeah, and I don't blame him whatsoever. It's a broken ability. I'm sure I could probably transform him and maybe get one of the draw twos off of it, but he's not going to get the 12. He basically is in the deck just to enter as the Ravager, so all my opponents discard a card, and then to transform him to draw 2 cards. Or if there's a very problematic Planeswalker on the board or creature on the board, I could just use his -3 to deal 10 damage to something. So he's good card advantage or spot removal.
Or just to target aggro while you do something else.
Yeah, like I could have a creature on the board or an enchantment on the board, which is a problem for the rest of the table. But they would recognize Nico Bolas as more of a problem, so they're going to target him instead. So he's good bait.
I have that with my one of my Planeswalker with the fuck, what's it called? The Eldrazi commander.
Dude, the Eldrazi are just broken.
Because I have what's his name? Ulamog.
Oh yeah, Ulamog
So-
is great. You saw he got a reprint, right?
Did he?
Yeah, in Commander Masters.
Ooh, I have to look at that.
There's probably a
But,
foil etched and a borderless of them, I'm assuming, because most things got reprints that had a foil etched and a borderless version made.
Yeah, so like his Annihilator is just basically a fuck you to everyone.
See, that's what I like about Nico Bolas, because literally any version of Nico Bolas is the epitome of that. Like, all of his Planeswalkers are just ridiculous. Like, Nico Bolas the God Pharaoh is just broken. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna look this up. Which Ulamog is it? The Ceaseless Hunger, Ulamog's Crusher, Spawn Spire of Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre.
Ceaseless Thunder.
Okay. Did I just, like, spell it wrong? Oh, I forgot the comma. Ah! I almost knocked my camera over. Yeah, here, check this out, Tom. I'll share my screen. This is his borderless version from Commander Masters.
Oh shit!
That's his borderless. And then he also got a foil etched. Where is it? Right here. Because he got that, the borderless, and then just the normal mythic. So he got the reprint and then the other two.
The normal mythic is the one that I have.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reprinted one. I'm assuming you have like Battles of Zendikar or pre-release or something.
I think Zendikar.
Okay. But yeah, I really like the borderless though. It looks nice.
I have one other. I can't think of the name. Void Winnower. Do you know that one?
I don't.
So it's an Eldrazi one, but its ability is your opponent can't cast spells with even mana values.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, so that basically fucks half of your deck.
I got a buddy that plays an Eldrazi Precon. It's the one that says, like, take control of target opponent. I hate that card so much. Yes, opponent. So, I forget which one it is, but basically, when they finish their turn, whenever it gets to the target opponent's turn, they're like, okay, cool. I'm playing your turn for you. And then after that turn's over, you get a turn. So, like, if he took control of me, he'd see what's in my hand and everything, and he could do whatever he wants with the stuff on the board. And then when he ends that turn, I take my turn. So what he did to me last night when we were playing is I had Furkrog out. And at the time, it was boosted up to like a 5/5 or a 6/6. And he had his 10/10 Eldrazi. And he was like, all right, cool. I'm going to go to combat, swing Furkrog at me. I'm going to block it with my commander, so you take like 6 or 7 commander damage through trample. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. And then when it went to my turn, there was like literally nothing I could do because I needed my commander. It's such a broken ability.
Yeah, but the one that I was forgetting was Emrakul.
Emrakul. Is that the banned one?
I'm pretty sure it got banned because of...
I know one of them is banned.
But, like, Eldrazi's should just be banned, period, because they are broken beyond all help.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll read you Emrakul. First off, he can't be countered.
Mm-hmm.
When you cast this spell, take an extra turn after this one.
Yeah, that's the banned one.
Flying, protection from spells that are more than one color, that are one or more colors. Annihilator 6. When Emrakul is put into a graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles their graveyard into their library.
Yeah, that would be the banned one. I forget what the one is called that lets you take control of target opponent, but like it should also be banned. That thing is so ridiculously annoying. And it only activates whenever it enters the battlefield, thank God. If he could just do that every turn, it'd be ridiculous. The one I'm thinking of, I know it has protection from instants, but not sorceries.
Emrakul, the Promised End. That's the one that you're thinking of.
Okay. I know that one's not banned, but the other Emrakul is. Also, I apologize, Michaela and Heath. We are completely nerding out on you guys right now.
I'm enjoying listening.
Okay, cool.
So, Emrakul Promised End is not legal in Standard, but oh my god, it's legal in Commander still.
Yeah, it's legal in Commander, but not Standard, as you said. The other Emrakul is banned in Commander, though.
It's legal in Modern, though.
Oh, hey, check this out if I can find it. So in my Furkrog deck, I pulled a while back in Battle for Baldur's Gate a full art Wrathful Red Dragon, and it looks absolutely amazing. I'm gonna go through here and find it. I'm gonna put it up in the camera once I do find it. Where are you at, ho?
In my basement, ho.
Oh my god, it was like all the way at the bottom.
Alright, confirm.
If it'll show up on stream. Oh, there it goes. I love the full art of this card.
Ooh, that's
The
pretty.
coin card.
Yeah. And it's a foil too, so it's all shiny. Unfortunately, it's not very expensive when I pulled it, because I would have been really excited if it was, but it's still such a pretty card.
I have pretty card.
It is funny because with the Cunning Instigator, he has the goad technique. And I don't know what it is. It's like Furkrog just takes control of me and everyone else is just playing against Furkrog. Because like as soon as I play him and someone attacks somebody, I'm like, man, that was rude of them. You didn't even do anything to them last turn. And they're like, yeah, I know, right? I was like, dude, if you need my help, I got you. We'll hit them. And then say they hit the person, they hit them back. Like once they do hit them, I'll be like, dude, I can't believe he actually did that. I was just kind of joking, you know? Like, I mean, I can't believe he slapped you. Like, you know what? If you need help, I'll boast your creatures by +1/+0. I got you. I'll help you. And like, I get them to fight each other instead of me.
I love doing that.
Like, I just, like, Furkrog is just channeled through me, and, like, it's not even me anymore. I'm just playing as Furkrog.
So, my first ever game where my friends were teaching me Magic, I ended up winning by a landslide. It, like, we did, like, a standard, modern deck, so we all just had 20, and by the end of it, I think my life total was 60 to, like, they both had -20 at the end of my turn.
My
Because,
first... Huh?
Like, so, like, you remember, like, just the standard core boxes that had, like, 300 cards in it, some booster packs?
Still blows my mind, because Yu-Gi-Oh's booster sets have, like, 120. It just blows my mind that Magic the Gathering has that many cards in the booster set.
Well, that was before that they blew up.
Yeah.
But, so, like, we bought that, and my friends were, like, going through the cards because I didn't really know what I was supposed to be looking for. So my friends put together a deck, which I still use and, like, have improved to this day, but, like, they put together the white-black Vampire Life Drain. Because, like, that's what we had enough cards for, like, a cohesive deck.
Right.
So, what's his name? Shit. Not Bloodborne. Is it? Yeah. Defiant Bloodlord.
Oh, I know that one.
He was the ace of my deck. So his ability, whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. And so my deck at the time also had 2 Blighted Steps out. So Blighted Step, you sacrifice it and you gain 2 life for each creature you control.
Oh my god.
So, like, I had 2 of them out. I sacrificed them both at the same time. And so I gained, like, 40 life because I had a ton of tokens and other creatures out because it was late game. And then with Defiant Bloodlord, it just drained my other 2 friends at the same time, and they had no counter to it.
I still remember my very first game. In the Cunning Instigator Precon, there's a card, I forget what it's called, but it either lets you take control of 3 non-land permanents or 6. I can't remember which one it is. But I was playing against my buddy who taught me how to play the game, and he has an Ur-Dragon deck, and he was playing that. And I took control of his commander and his 2 biggest dragons and just turned them around. I was like, all right, let's go. It just swung them right into him for game. Granted, he was kind of going easy on me, but he genuinely didn't have any counters in his hand to that spell. So
Yeah,
that made it all the better.
Like, my friends also were going easy on me, but they still had no counter because, like, while they were showing me what they were doing, they were whittling each other down and just letting me build up while explaining what was going on. And then I'm reading through the abilities and everything, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, this could work. And then I did it, and they were like, What the fuck was that?
That's the best
Weren't
moments in
supposed
that
to
game.
win.
That's why I love
Weren't
Commander. That
supposed to
happens a
win.
lot.
So my friend has a blue commander deck, which I fucking hate. And it has this combo in it, which gives him infinite hand size and like his entire deck is his hand, essentially. And any card that he uses automatically goes back into his deck from his graveyard. He has infinite mana because it just cycles immediately. It, like, once he gets that combo going, you have to, there's no winning.
Yeah, you have to kill it on sight.
Yeah.
But I'll be right back.
But even when you kill it, he still has ways to bring it back.
I will be right back. I'm gonna call the stream here. It's been 2 hours. I've done 200 encounters. So guys, I will be back. I'm gonna do the end screen. I will see you guys tomorrow for another stream. People in call, I will be right back.
And